Hello everyone, this is Tyler Rotz, friends call me Rotzy, and I'm going to post this first playthrough of Elden Ring for friends and family and the like, and we'll see how it goes. Super excited for this game. Going to pick Samurai class, just because of that longbow. Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Alright. So that was actually very interesting in my mind. So we just got a big old lore bomb there. there. We're obviously part of the Tarnished, that last set of people. Well, except we don't have any renown, unlike the others. And then the first one, apparently the demigods went to war, and that's actually what caused abandonment by the Greater Will, according to this cutscene, right? So, I actually interpret that like the demigods pissed off actual God, and he left, and now he's bringing Tarnished back in order to right the world. But, let's see. Praise the Elden Ring. Alright. Saw a little bit of that axis controls. They are a little bit touchy, so I probably should have turned them off, but I just remove them all in case I find one that I want. Alright. Everybody's super excited. Tarnished Wizened Finger. With the inventory menu, you can browse items you're carrying, drop them on the ground, or throw them away. You can also use tools from the inventory menu. Show large image and explanation. Toggle character data. Alright. We have a Memory of Grace, the memory of first grace, which once guided begone Tarnished to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to the last site of grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. So this is just the very similar item to what you always start out with in the Souls games. Allows you to go back to your last checkpoint at the cost of everything, all the souls that you're carrying, or runes now as it would. Tarnished Wizened Finger. Item for online play. Can also be used from the message menu. Used to write messages. Your messages will be conveyed to other worlds, allowing other players to read them. A finger of corpse wax so emaciated the bone is visible. Well, it is a relic to those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Alright. I did get a starting item. A stone sword key. A sword-shaped stone key. Breaks the seal on imp statues but remains embedded in the statue after use, meaning it can only be used once as an item. Think well before using one. So these are just keys, essentially, allowing me to get to some interesting places. Uchi Katana. Good old Uchi. Alright, a katana with a single-edged curved blade. A unique weapon wielded by the samurai from the land of reeds. The blade, with its undulating design, boasts extraordinary sharpness, and its attacks cause blood loss. Skill unsheathed. Skill of swordsman of the land of reeds. Sheath blade, holding it at the hip in a composed stance. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to perform a swift slash attack. Longbow. Longbow made to fire arrows over great distances. Compared to a short bow, arrows fired reach further and deal more damage. To use a bow, arrows must also be equipped. We have Mighty Shot as a skill on that. Archery skill performed from an oblique stance. Ready the bow, then pull the bowstring to its limit to enhance the power of the shot, penetrating enemy's guard. Alright. Gave us 20 arrows and 10 fire arrows. Arrows used with small and long bows. Unremarkable in any way, shape, or form. Arrows with the sip title light. Alright. Super easy there. Red Thorn Round Shield. A small wooden round shield. It is light and easy to handle, but cannot offer or damage negation of a metal shield. Its emblem is an ancient thorn design. Though it isn't much, it boosts fire damage negation. Ooh, so maybe that's like a rune that'll just... interesting little bit right there. Or we'll see if I'm reading too much into that. Skill Parry. Use this skill in time with a foe's melee attack to deflect it and break that foe's stance. This provides an opening to perform critical hit. Alright, let's get into this. Land of Reed's Helm. Helm made from the strips of iron fastened together, worn by warriors of the Land of Reeds. The Land of Reeds has long been locked in a miserable civil war, during which time it has remained alienated from cultures of its neighbors. Little wonder that the entire nation has succumbed to blood-soaked madness, or so it is said. Alright, so this is just the same. Gauntlets wrapped in tough leather, worn by warriors of the Land of Reeds. So yeah, just the same item description, all of that. And there we go. We've seen it all. Let's see what this has to offer. Well, this just looks pretty. Just ran right off the ledge there. Alright. Door is blocked shut. For those of you that are like curious as to why I picked samurai, okay, we go down there. There. It was because of the longbow. We're going to get a mount. This is not a completely blind playthrough. I know about Torrent. We're going to get him a little bit later on. And he, to me, looks very much like Yakul from Princess Mononoke. And I don't know, it just sounded really cool to be plinking enemies on the back of Yakul with a longbow. So that's what I picked. It is a tough matchup. Like either this hero or whatever the what is it, the Confessor, or what his name is, the Bloodborne looking dude. We'll have to come back to that door. But those were kind of the toss-ups. We're going to take to the left here instead of just rolling off to our death like that other gentleman. Yeah, that is a pretty Erd tree. Why I'm kind of looking at all these messages is, A, it's good to kind of check them out. Behold, we already have a troll. Alright. But the other thing is that I'm not wanting to miss like any sort of tutorial, because there is a lot going on in this game that is new to Souls games. And I don't want to miss out on that information. And we're just going to take our time, looking around, seeing if we're missing anything. So right off the bat, switching weapons is a little bit different in this one. Ooh, visions of death. Alright. It's triangle plus R1 or L1, and then you hit it again in order to bring yourself out of it. Alright. Oh, okay. Right in there. Here we go, boys. Oh. I think he caught me. I think I'm dead.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Alright. Now I actually got my recovery item, it would seem. And some mana recovery. Alright, so that is a good little thing to note. It's trying to tell you that death is a part of these games. And not to worry about it. I'm sure somebody has probably already beaten that dude. Somebody who's a lot better than me. And is reaped rewards because of it. And I'm almost positive it probably takes on a Demon Souls approach and probably immediately kills you afterward. The other interesting thing in that cutscene is that she was telling us, hey, apparently this violates some golden order. And now I'm wondering if it was an actual, like, order sent down by the demigods or whatever it is, or if it's an actual group is the golden order. And we'll see. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Alright. So, I'm guessing from what I've seen that this is the tutorial. So let's go down there and see what we got. Alright. Switch item, use item. Alright, well, let's go ahead and heal ourselves up. Give us a little bit of mana because I was using that. Now, my messages players in other worlds can read at the spot where you left them. You can change message format or leave more complex messages and also attach gestures to your messages. You can rate other players' messages. Whenever another player rates a message you've written, your HP will be replenished. Kind of, incentivizing you to interact and leave messages and stuff like that. Exit all that stuff. Now I was curious if there was a way to bring up... Oh well. We'll see as we go deeper into it. Now, another thing is you'll probably watch a lot of streamers and stuff like that, and some of them may even skip this. I would highly recommend not skipping this and kind of paying attention, just because, like I said, there's going to be new things in this game, whether we believe it or not. Resting at a site of grace restores your HP, FP, and cleanses any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed in your inventory at any time. Oh, look at that. flasks. Allows me to change some stuff around. Spells, short chest, pastime. We'll leave it early day. The other thing is we did get a new item right there. Flask of Crimson Tears. Sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rest at a site of grace to replenish. The one washed up on the grave site was sure to die until this flask offered its gift of rejuvenation. Seek the Elden Ring. And this one's just that FP. Oh, look at that. Info about sites of grace. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's the jump button. Backstab works just like that. Telling me about the strong attack option. Use an ornament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, your stance will be broken. Now one to guard. Alright. You can avoid enemy attacks with dodge roll or backstep. Both these actions consume stamina. Dodge roll, backstep. It's just saying that that's going to be a dodge roll, but if you just tap it, it's going to be a backstep. X the jump. Alright, here we go. I can run. What that's saying. I can acquire materials too. In every corner of the lands between, you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies, and various other useful materials. These materials can be used for item crafting. Alright. Rowena fruit, or rowan flute. Roa fruit. However you want to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher so many things, just pay no mind, except that I've butchered it and we'll move on. Alright, berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs. Material used for our crafting items. Easily found everywhere in the lands between. It has a wide variety of uses. Alright, well, we'll see how true that actually is. Don't forget that that dude's probably still going to be shooting at us. Alright, wielding armaments. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Switch left, switch right, wield with 2 hands. Allowing us to just kind of break his guard very easily. And we've already got troll. Like I said, we've already got trolls. So that's part of the fun of these games, is kind of cycling through and deciphering. Is part of the reasons people like playing these games before the internet kind of takes over. It's still, you know, interesting and new, and not everything's been discovered yet. Bows. Equipped a bow to fire arrows. You can equip up to 2 types of arrows to choose from at once. When wielding a bow with 2 hands, hold L1 for precision aiming. Use R to adjust your aim. Fire arrow type 1, fire arrow type 2. Let's actually try that out, shall we? See how much damage that does. That's going to be weird for me to begin with. I'm used to just being able to press triangle and doing it. But we can't do that. Alright. Skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied in range, from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Alright. That's fast. So... Alright. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. Crouch, stand up. Alright. Sneak up behind him. Stance break. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. This is one of the things that I'm talking about. From what I've seen, it feels like they're really trying to incentivize you to not just use R1. And this is one of the ways they're doing it, to break stances on enemies, getting in those big criticals. And I believe they've also increased the damage of charged heavy attacks and such. But we'll see as we actually go through the game. Whew, that's got a delay on it. You see, it's only Bloodborne that I was actually really good at parrying, and Dark Souls 1. But we'll see what the actual timing is on this. No. See if I can even do it. There we go. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, there is a stake of Marika near where you died. You can choose to be revived there instead. Alright, so this is saying, hey, no more run back, right? Soldier of Godric. Alright, here we go, boys. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break enemy's stance. R2 immediately after blocking an attack. Well, he was much easier than the first boss. That is so weird having that on triangle instead of on X. Makes sense why it is, but that's why I'm just randomly jumping sometimes. Oh, we got a gesture. Strength. Alright. Oh, we did the tutorial. We got our little reward for it. Time for Elden Ring. Alright. Close, and then we'll open this door. Touch some grace again. Use stone sword key. You know what? Let's do it. Stone sword key has loss with the use. Let's see what's down here, shall we? Tarnished ahead. Maybe some PvP. Or just poison. Hello. Alright. Poison dart. Oh, okay. But he was not expecting you to be there. But we dealt with it easily enough. Looks like I'm getting shot at. Oh, okay. We'll need to watch stamina management. Okay, well there was a giant roly-poly down there, so that makes me think. Yeah, he's definitely going forward. Definitely trying to screw with me. Trying to make you think, oh, there's time. There's the first picture loading string and our second death. Death. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. Compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of your lost runes. Alright. While we're over here, just kind of assessing the situation. And Anelbone sharpened into a knife for throwing with a poison lance tip. Craftable item, thrown at enemies to inflict damage and build poison. Golden rune. Grace that dwells the inhabitants of the lands between, the lingering traces of gold, used to gain runes. Even now, runes are still imbued with the power of life itself. Do you see the Erd tree towering over? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I was just testing something there, so it appears that scimitars are the only ones. With that new mix up. He survived. Let's see if this goes any better for us. Oh, hello. Going so fast, completely just missed that enemy. Oh my. Ooh, there's an item over here. Cooperative multiplayer. Use tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You can take the role of ally, furled finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Host of fingers. And a finger summoner. Alright. Well, now I'm intrigued. wait for this dude to go back up again. Give us as much time as possible, and we don't take any falling damage from that. Got our runes back. I'm not entirely certain that going down is the way we should be going here. Let's see where this guy turns around. Let's see what's up, shall we? So we're just dealing with him the entire time, it looks like. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Oh man. That kick comes out quick. It would appear there's even more enemies up here. Down we go. I may have enough time to make it all the way down there. There's no reason to push it in these games though, right? Oftentimes the safe answer is the easy one and will save you a lot of heartache. However, I do have friends that are like, oh, it's not fun unless you're pushing it to the limit, and basically play how you want, but my recommendation is kind of take your time with it. Down we go. Getting to be a lot of them. But it does make me curious what's up there. That does bring up a good point right there. Personally, I feel like I'm a little bit weak for this area. And you can tell that by, what is that, 4 or 5 hits in order to kill a single enemy. To me, that's a little bit weak. You're really wanting more of, 2 to 3 hits, if even 1 hit, to killing an enemy. So we may be a little bit weak for this area. That's okay. We're still just going to have fun and go through it. But if you're looking for, hey, should I be here or not, that can probably answer your question. In my mind, at least. Everybody's got a little bit different opinion on it. But that's kind of my indicator of, I may be a little bit too weak. Now there is something we haven't tried doing. Which is luring these guys to their deaths. This brings up another excellent point. Got the order of those buttons mixed up. If you're in an unfavorable position, make it favorable to you when you're playing these games. Don't stay in the kill box just because, oh, finally decided to come, did he? So, don't stay in the kill box because you think that's how the game's supposed to be played. I was having trouble with those enemies. I lured them out. Made a bonehead decision there at the end, but you saw how it was a little bit better. They spaced out a little bit more. Or don't play the enemy's game, make them play your game. Similar to like a PvP game or something like that, right? So, let's see if I can actually make it. Oh. And like I was just talking about earlier, I didn't know if I could make it, but, only way to know is to test. And since we've already kind of lost our runes anyway, why not test it out? Ride like the wind, bullseye. ran over somebody. So that's one down. Let's see if we can make it. You know you want me. Come and get me, buddy. So we know that there should be 4 enemies up there, right? And we've seen 3 health bars disappear. So the odds should be significantly more in our favor now. Now I'm really curious how far up we've got to go in order to get to our next little hidey hole. Yeah, I'm not going to make it up that way. So I'm going to have to wait for him to pass me, turn around, then come back up. That seems to be the longer wait time. That looks to be something of the end. Oh, okay. Alright. I understand. Have a nice day. That time, I kind of screwed myself. I was going to try and throw in a jump attack because he had a shield. Obviously, that's probably not what we want to do in that situation then. Got shot that time. Let him shoot it off. y'all kids want me. There's one. Two, three. So that means there's still a fourth one up there, but we can deal with one. By that way. Oh boy. Oh man. The kick scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie. So I thought for sure that thing was gonna be coming hard up my butt, and I thought, oh, that was devilishly clever. Just kick me out into the middle like I've been doing to your friends. Oh man, but obviously I should not have panicked, and I still had plenty of time, but that was, I thought he was being a lot more clever than he really was. Another interesting thing that I'm noticing, stamina outside of combat is not a thing. I can run as fast as I want. It's just not very fast, so...